Welcome to our guide on sprint training. Today, we'll dive into the world of sprints and how they can revolutionize your running regimen. Whether you're preparing for a marathon or a 10-kilometer race, sprints can be a game changer in your training routine. It may seem illogical to train your body to run 100 meters as fast as possible if you have a half marathon, or even 10 kilometers in the near future. However, incorporating exercises with the shortest intervals into your routine will help you improve many elements of your running over time, even if you're preparing for a very long endurance event. Regardless of the distance you are training for, sprints are always important. Athletes can enhance their efficiency, power, neuromuscular development, posture, and form more effectively with sprint workouts than with any other type of exercise. Sprint exercises are a kind of speed work that involves repeating at your maximum speed for 15 to 60 seconds, naturally following a modest warm-up to prepare your muscles for severe work. Distances of 200 meters or fewer are what you're looking at, or 400 meters for extremely fast runners. Although the small distances may make it seem like there isn't much you can do with them, there are actually a ton of methods to organize a sprint workout that will keep you alert. Intervals can be performed as a speed workout on its own, or as strides at the conclusion of a quick, easy run. You can alternate between repetitions of the same length, or keep to a pyramid-style workout. If you're not running on a track, you can sprint as quickly as you can for 10 to 15 seconds at a time without even having to follow a certain distance. You're looking at top speed, sharp mechanics, and good form for 50 to 100 meter sprints. Sprints get more technical as they get shorter, which is great for distance runners because it uses muscles and mechanics that don't normally fire as strongly during long runs. Now, longer sprints of 200 meters increase your speed endurance and somewhat activate your aerobic system. To put it another way, they enable you to maintain a higher speed over longer distances. On a scale of 1 to 10, you should aim for a rate of perceived exertion, or RPE, of 7 to 9. Start at the lower end of that range at the start of the interval, and push yourself as hard as you can toward the conclusion. Pushing oneself through a series of sprints tests your anaerobic and aerobic systems, unlike longer distances at a relatively leisurely pace. Your aerobic system kicks in during rest periods to prepare you for the subsequent sprint, while the sprints themselves work you anaerobically. Sprinting increases running economy and makes maintaining your easy, long-run pace feel even more effortless. According to a review published in the Journal of Sport and Health Science, endurance athletes performed quicker overall as a result of these gains in running economy, as well as better muscle and metabolic adaptations and a higher VO2 max. The researchers reviewed earlier research that had investigated the advantages of various HIIT exercises, the majority of which included intervals ranging from 400-meter repetitions to 15-second sprints. In a sense, all of these advantages grow more significant the longer the race or goal distance you're training for. Why not be as efficient, conserve as much energy, and have the best form as possible since you are out there for several hours? If you think about a long race like a marathon, for example, an athlete will take more steps than any other shorter race they do. The best way to help with those things is to do sprint workouts. Initially, always begin with a vigorous warm-up. Your muscles must fire quickly during a sprint. If your body and heart rate aren't warmed up, it's easy to pull a muscle with these or get another injury. Perform a series of dynamic warm-up exercises, such as high knees, A-skips, and single-leg swings, or running for at least 10 minutes at a leisurely speed. Dynamic warm-ups get your heart rate up, your muscles fired up, and your body ready to use the proper mechanics in your stride. Sprint repetitions could make up the majority of the workout following a sufficient warm-up. Remember to relax at the end of each interval. Use a work-to-rest ratio of 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 for shorter sprints. Rest for at least 90 seconds prior to your subsequent rep if you sprint for 30 seconds. Adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, is the energy source your muscles use during sprints, and it can regenerate in your muscles during this rest and recovery window as lactate is removed from them. Another strategy for overcoming sprints is to add extra brief sprints, between 50 and 100 meters, to the conclusion of a leisurely run. To try these, practice 5 or 6 dynamic drills, as described above, for around 30 meters each after most of your run to get completely free. Next, take 6 to 8 80 to 100 meter strides while paying attention to your posture to enhance your form and power production. So here's the thing. You should add sprint exercises to your schedule once or twice a week. Keep in mind, they can appear as strides at the conclusion of a long run, or even a leisurely midweek run, rather than taking up the majority of your session. To give your body ample time to recover, it's a good idea to schedule a leisurely run or a rest day for the following day. Proper form is, really key to running sprints successfully. Posture is a crucial thing to focus on. Positioning your body correctly is essential if you want to maximize your power and efficiency. Try to maintain your composure and attempt to place your feet beneath your hips. If you overstride and they land in front of the rest of your body, you won't be able to push off as well and, you run the danger of getting hurt. Consider pushing hard off the ground, bringing your knees up to 90 degrees, and attempting to maintain your body in a straight line from ear to ankle. When you add momentum, the vertical force you exert will eventually help you travel horizontally over the ground more quickly. The more force you put into the ground, the more force you get back. You should always try to maintain a relaxed shoulder position, since the tighter your upper body, the more unnecessary energy you expend. Jog for 10 minutes or more at a leisurely pace prior to each of these exercises. After that, perform some active warm-up exercises to prepare your muscles for action, such as high knees, strides, and skipping.